Hey Bam, maybe the real waifu was the friend you made along the way. Hello my friends, it's Mario Otaku with my first video of spring 2020. And what better way than to start off with Tower of God, an exciting and intriguing anime based on, not a manga, but a manhwa. Not to be confused with manhwa, which are from China. And for a story originating from Korea, it's surprisingly getting a huge wave of hype and positive reception from the anime community. And this is good because it's always nice to have a wide pool of stories you can draw from and adapt into anime. But what's the excitement and hype all about? Should you watch Tower of God? Well, I would start off by saying that its popularity is definitely deserved. And before we get started, let me know what you think about Tower of God so far, and if you're a manhwa reader, are you happy with the adaptation so far? Let me know in the comments down below. So let's start off with what Tower of God is about. The story follows Bam, a boy with an unknown background who was rescued from a cave and raised by Rachel, a girl who dreams of seeing the stars. And the only way to do that is to climb the tower and reach the top to make your wishes come true. So when Rachel leaves him behind to enter the tower, Bam goes after her and climbs the floors in hopes of reuniting with her. The tower is an interesting concept because each floor looks like a complete livable world, but at the same time, there's competitions to see who's worthy of ascending. They test you on your strength and willpower, and those who reach the top will be able to make their dreams a reality. When I first heard the premise of a bunch of people fighting for the ability to have their wish granted, I was like, hold on, is this like a holy grail war? But as I watched, it wasn't how I imagined it. After 5 episodes, the world is still mysterious and unknown. I feel like they're still holding back, like we haven't even scratched the surface of the world's lore yet. Unlike most animes that reveal the full extent of the world and premise within 1 or 3 episodes, Tower of God doesn't rush it. You get a good amount of development each episode as a treat, but never to where they tell you everything. You know that feeling when you're dying to know more about a story and then you realize you gotta wait another week? Yeah, with Tower of God, the wait is agonizing. Maybe you should read the manga. Okay, I'll be honest, I got spammed with a ton of ads on Facebook from Webtoon, and whenever that happens, it just makes me not want to use the product even more. But after seeing how the anime is so far, I'll definitely start reading it after the season is over, because I think I'll still be hungry for more world building. And that takes me to the characters, primarily Bam. Because of his amnesia and him coming from outside of the tower, we only know what he knows. And so far, he's a passive character, just getting pushed around by his environment, going with the flow. In a way, we are Bam. We're thrown into a strange world with its own rules and learning as we go. Bam doesn't care much for winning or climbing to the top, he's just trying to find Rachel, and I am just trying to know more about the world. Currently, he doesn't have much of his own goal and personality, and everything just revolves around Rachel, which, in my honest opinion, is not too healthy of a relationship. Pretty much when one person is dependent or overly attached to someone, it's an amazing way to get abused or screwed over. And I hope that doesn't happen, like what Kun had to go through during his childhood. But only time will tell. Kun has a pretty dramatic backstory which leads him to not trusting anyone and playing by his own rules. And I think that makes him really cool because he's like a wild card that thinks outside of the box and throws everything into just wonderful chaos. So in a way, he's the Chika Fujiwara of Tower of God, which makes him the best boy. Hey Bam, maybe the real waifu was the friend you made along the way. Speaking of waifus though, I think we might have some girls here we can do waifu reviews on, like Princess Yuri, Anak, or that other girl. I don't really know her name. And as you've noticed, they're all extremely powerful and have their own distinct attitudes, which makes them really stand out. And I think in general, all the main characters have a ton of potential and chemistry within their teams. There's a bit of tension between everyone because they all want to reach the top and to be the best. like how Rock wants to fight Bam all the time. But thanks to Kun, he'll hold off on that till Bam is much stronger so they can have an epic battle in the end. Because let's be honest, Bam is pretty darn weak right now, and the show hints at him becoming extremely powerful and able to shake up the tower and its rules when his abilities mature, but so far he's just a baby and we'll have to see how he grows. The art is kind of interesting. If you look at it closely, it definitely has a Japanese style of influence, but at the same time there's something different about it. The line art of the anime has a roughened look to it, which kind of evokes the manhwa's indie, homemade feeling, but not to the extent of like Mob Psycho. To be honest, it's not the anime's art style or animation that's pulling me into this world, even though it's pretty good but sometimes look kinda janky. It's the characters and their potential. It's the world's mechanics and governance of the tower. It's finding out what really is at the top of the tower and what it looks like. These are things I'm more concerned with when I watch Tower of God. And so, I guess I've answered the question on whether you should watch it or not. Yes, if you're one of the few people who haven't watched it yet, give it a shot. I feel like it's a good idea to binge watch Tower of God though, because waiting each week is pretty excruciating. Anyways, if you're still watching, I appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, my friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.